After night-long questioning, a senior journalist, Shantanu Saikia, has been arrested a short while back. According to sources, top officials of 4 oil firms are under the scanner. According to police sources, SR Corporate Affairs GM has gone missing after the cops raided its offices. Preliminary investigations by the Delhi police have revealed that the corporate espionage was going on for years, with representatives of big corporate houses also being entrenched in the entire scenario.
Well, these are the arrests. The people, the accused, are being produced over here at Patiala House Court. Well, you can see this is the crime branch team has just come over here at Patiala House Court. These are the people who have been arrested. As far as the corporate espionage case is concerned, in the morning, in fact, crime branch has taken all the accused who are associated with Shastri Bhavan and have been working in Shastri Bhavan to Shastri Bhavan also. Now they are being produced over here at Patiala House Court, and the crime branch has reached over here with all the accused, and they'll be produced in CMM court over here at Patiala House. This is Vijay Lakshmi with campus and Mukesh Barua for NewsX from New Delhi.
The Congress has demanded petroleum ministers questioning now as well, and the Congress also reacting. PC Chaku had this to say.
Corporate espionage is a very wider subject and important thing also that requires not the Delhi police probe. That requires a CBI investigation or some high-powered investigation. But it seems that the ministry is quite satisfied with the Delhi police investigation as if it is some theft of something, an ordinary theft. That is the way the minister has taken it. I saw the minister saying on TV yesterday that it was going on previously also. The ministry is aware that the theft in the office was going on in the past. He should be knowing the thief also. I think that the effort is from the minister's side is just to shirk the responsibility and put the responsibility of somebody, and then anybody guilty will be brought to book. I think the guilty is the minister himself, in the sense that he should have the responsibility. If nobody is owning the responsibility and somebody who opened the key, who is in possession of the key, what is the security arrangement in Shastri Bhavan, in the minister's office, it is clearly a security lapse. And who is responsible? If the minister is not responsible, then I think it is a very strange argument the minister is advancing. So this is not an ordinary theft, and they are dealing it as if it is an ordinary theft. Because the police commissioner of Delhi says that he got some information, some people are moving around in the midnight, so they came to the scene and they arrested somebody. So this is not at the instance of Mr. Pradhan, the minister, or this is not any initiative from this government side at all. They said that they were, put some surveillance and all these things. But we do not see that any surveillance or any information passed on to the Delhi government by the minister on this, loss of important purpose. So that shows that, they have taken these things in a very, very casual manner. But at the same time, they are, putting the blame on the UPA. For anything and everything, putting the blame on the UPA has become a fashion of this Modi government. And
some more breaking news coming in just now. The crime branch is now saying that Asaram, the first accused, used to switch off the CCTV cameras, and his 2 sons would then slip in the ministry's office. He provided duplicate keys to his sons as well. The names of the accused under probe and more people under the scanner is also in the disclosure statement of the accused. Now, Lattan and Rakesh were working for Saikia and Prayas, the accused who used to steal documents out of other ministries as well. For more on the exact modus operandi that they ran, Priyank Tripathi joins us now. Priyank Tripathi, that disclosure statement contains more names as well, and we now have a clear picture on how they actually used to carry the theft.
Definitely, the Delhi Police Crime Branch has given a closer disclosure statement of all these accused arrested by the crime branch, and in that sealed envelope, the Delhi Police have mentioned the name of the companies who were beneficiary of the individuals, in fact, who were beneficiary of these documents. But certainly, one more shocking fact has come into light after the statement given by the crime branch officers inside the court that not only Petroleum Ministry but documents of Coal Ministry was also leaked by these men who were working inside Shastri Bhavan since 3 years. While talking about the modus operandi, Asaram, father of two, Rakesh and Latan, used to provide backup support to them. He used to switch off the CCTV cameras, and he was the one who provided duplicate keys to his sons. That's why, if you remember, when Asaram was, cornered by our colleague.
Priyank, we'll have to stop you there because there is big breaking news coming in just now. NewsX has accessed the letter after which the probe into the corporate espionage case was initiated. That order
was, cornered by our colleague.
Priyank, we'll have to stop you there because there is big breaking news coming in just now. NewsX has accessed the letter after which the probe into the corporate espionage case was initiated. That order is with NewsX right now. That's what started off the entire scenario here, the order that in fact asked agencies to see to it that there was no corporate espionage going on. Priyank Tripathi has in fact more details. Priyank, what else do we know at this point? We have the order.
See, this letter is dated of 13th of October last year, when there was an advisory given by to the Cabinet Secretary that advising that the document related to Ministry of to different ministries are being leaked, which is very important. And after that, the crime branch and different agencies in the national capital across became active. And this is a specific information after which this probe was initiated. It was a trap. The IB was working on it. The information center was the Home Ministry, and every single information, the information which was leaked LSD by some men which came on public domain, was scrutinized by the Home Ministry on a very minute level. Later to that, there was a trap which was laid by the Delhi Police Crime Branch on 17th of February this year, which is 3 days back, and on the basis of the tip-off, the crime branch officers raided the outgate of Shastri Bhavan.
Priyank, stay with us. We also have those documents that we spoke of. Kartikeya Sharma joins us for more on this. Kartikeya, this is big breaking news here. It was triggered off by a defense expose, and now we have those orders which in fact started this all.
You see, this is the letter which really led to the investigation. This has been accessed by our correspondent Priyank Tripathi, and he's done a brilliant job. It shows this letter has been written by National Security Advisor Mr. Doval. And Mr. Doval in this letter writes that there have been too many leaks in media. And he says that such information is jeopardizing the work of the government. And Mr. Doval goes on to say, I would like my camera person to focus it a bit more. To focus it a bit more so people can see that the National Security Advisor's letter actually led to this this investigation concluded in arrest of these 6 individuals. So he signed off this letter, Ajit Doval. And in this letter, Ajit Doval says that there have been too many leaks. There have been too many leaks from government and ministries. This is a violation of Official Secrets Act. It should be condemned, and there has to be some sort of investigation. And let me read it out to the viewer. It has been observed that in the last few years, it has become a regular practice, particularly in media. He blames the media also, and to violate accuracy laws with impunity. Firm action need to be taken in such cases that undermine national security. So Mr. Doval also comes very hard on media, and then he goes on to say, as the leak most often emanates from the government establishment, it should be necessary to reiterate government instructions and guidelines and subject to all ministries and departments dealing with classified information. This letter was written by Mr. Doval on 13th of October 2014, which means that the government did its work for over a period of 3 months, 90 days. This letter led to, I would say, massive investigation into leaks which were taking place in government. Though it was started by one story which came in media, and A.K. Doval took notice of it, and then the letter was written to the Cabinet Secretary. It says, my dear Cabinet Secretary. It says, my dear Cabinet Secretary. It has been brought to our attention, and he says that there was a story, and it reported that the Prime Minister was shown the images of INS Aryan at DRDO award function the same day. It is notable the information televised by the media on Aryan submarine is a classified information. So you see, the larger point here is that A.K. Doval's observation on the leaks which were taking place in media led to this scrutiny. And the result of this scrutiny is that these people have been arrested, corporate espionage has been released. But we are bringing you the source, the reason why the government went on to the alert mode. This is the letter written by National Security Advisor A.K. Doval to the Cabinet Secretary. Yes.
Right, Kartikeya, so it clearly shows that the government was alert to corporate espionage rings operating there. Like you said, it's October 2014 that this order was issued, and this alerted other agencies as well. The PMO, of course, by the looks of it, was also in the loop, and what triggered off was the INS Arihant incident. Now, he's, of course, pointed out that the media gets too many leaks as well, and, of course, the media, of course, is also showing the order now, the same medium, and that, of course, is the beauty of democracy, isn't it, Kartikeya? But having said that, Operation Cleanup apparently was launched in October 2014, just 3 months after the government came to power, and those arrests we saw yesterday, I think, will be just the first block, really. It could go higher if they put so much planning into, in fact, setting up this trap. They must have had a game plan, and that game plan will be unraveled in the days to come, I presume.
You know, Atha, there's a larger picture here. You know, one has to see the larger picture. It's not, you know, National Security Advisor doesn't randomly shoot off letters to various ministries. He's talking to the senior most bureaucrat. He is writing this letter to Ajit Seth. He is the Cabinet Secretary, under whom the bureaucracy functions. So something that must have irked up the National Security Advisor. He must have found it very, very serious. And he felt that this is not the way certain news should come out. And he says that there have been too many leaks. And media is dealing with classified information. So it goes on to show the position of government vis-a-vis media and the information, the journalism which we do. You know, it also goes on to demonstrate attitude and bent. Secondly, it also goes on to show that there were related instructions and events which were happening. For example, there have been stories that the Prime Minister would like all the cabinet documents to be given to ministers on Kindle, and not on written pages like that, which has been the case. So there's a bigger narrative here. And secondly, the consequence of the narrative. The consequence of the narrative is that people have been arrested. Corporate espionage has been exposed, which is very good. You know, of which there is no doubt about it that those corrupt practices should be exposed. The police has done a fabulous job, but it shows the origin, the source, the concern of the government as to what was happening at the topmost echelon. And there is no decision which National Security Advisor can take without informing the Prime Minister's office.
There you go, the government at work. The order, NewsX has accessed that order, which in fact triggered off the domino effect we're seeing today. Seven people are in custody. They will be interrogated on February 23rd in a corporate espionage case. They leaked documents and transported documents of other ministries as well. So this, of course, has been an open secret for a while, but the government cracking down on it. It seems the PMO also was in the loop. This is direct communication between the NSA, Ajit Doval, and the Cabinet Secretary, Ajit Seth, as well. With us right now is former Cabinet Secretary T.S.R. Subramaniam. Mr. Subramaniam, this, like my colleague Kartikeya said, shows bent and intent, more importantly, to in fact do something about corporate espionage, which has hounded a lot of ministries for a while now. But 2014 October is when we understand Ajit Doval flagged it, and today we're seeing those results.
Well, I've not followed the discussion till now, but I'm very happy that government is taking such salutary action, because it's not now, for a very long time. Many corporates, not just one, have extensive coverage of nearly every ministry, from top to bottom, saturation coverage at lower levels, as we have seen now, going up to secretary, even minister level, and even infiltrating. Corporates have found that it is easier to make money in Delhi through various means, influencing decisions, making windfall profits through prior information, rather than doing it through technology or marketing or high quality production. And this is, unfortunately, I'm very happy that this has emerged now, and probably what we have seen is the tip of the iceberg.
Absolutely.
It is covering the entire range at all levels. This is extremely good news. I think this should be followed up, and salutary, exemplary action should be taken, and the action should go to the top of the companies involved here, not just at the sort of lower, at the lower level.
And that's the important thing. Stay with us, Mr. Subramaniam. We also have former CBI Director Joginder Singh with us on the phone line right now. Mr. Singh, this of course shows that the trap was laid for these people, and these are just a small fry really, but it's an effort by the government to cleanse the system, especially our ministries, porous ministries really, which leak out information and benefits out of turn some big corporate houses.
My friend Subramaniam is absolutely right in what he says here. But the problem is that there is no set mechanism in the ministries to put these things right. For instance, we have a system where whatever be the position, you issue one home ministry pass, and with that you can use a forced one, trees, to put these things right. For instance, we have a system where whatever be the position, you issue one home ministry pass, and with that you can use a forced one. You can enter into any department, any government of India, covered by the Secretariat Security Force and helped by the CRPS. I will tell you cases of espionage, my friend Subramaniam would remember, has been there right from the time of Komar Narayan, when Dr. P.J. Alexander was Secretary to the PM. His own office, Rajiv Gandhi's office, was leaked. Since action has been taken from time to time by the government, only Krishnan, 62 batch IPS officer, was dismissed. So was another officer.
This time around, Mr. Singh, however, we do hope the action taken, of course, will go up to the higher echelons or whoever was funding this espionage.
One sentence only. Now, they have to have a mechanism, only general writing, that is not enough. It is like the vigilance setup, additional charge is given to a director or Joint Secretary who have no time for these kind of things here.
All right. Okay.
This should not be sporadic reaction. It should lead to something concrete.
Right, absolutely. It should lead to something, and that's the consensus here. Many thanks, Mr. Joginder Singh, for joining us. Priyank Tripathi, who in fact got us that particular letter, who broke this story for us, also with us right now. Priyank, this of course comes from the highest echelons of power in India, really. The NSA himself signed up. He red flagged it first, way back in October 2014, and painstakingly, really, they worked slowly. And as B.S. Basti said yesterday, other enforcement agencies were also involved. It couldn't have been a one-agency operation. The Delhi police, of course, in the end, the intended beneficiary, as they get the case, they've got the 7 under custody now. They've got remand as well. This thing is all set to go to its logical conclusion.
See, Atha, there is no denial of this fact that these men were working inside, petroleum ministry since long, and this racket was going on since 3 years. So certainly many documents related to, we are talking about classified documents, have been shared to different individuals, obviously private individuals, which is a very worrying fact. This letter is just a reference to what has been happening and what kind of serious concern has been raised by NSA. We are not saying that this is a particular letter because which has totally changed the scenario, but certainly it was under the scanner of NSA that the information which is not supposed to be leaked to anyone, either to private individual or corporate individual or to even to on a public domain, it should not come out, and that is the thing which was very well raised before the Cabinet Secretary. That's why this letter was sent by NSA to Cabinet Secretary, concluding that certainly something wrong was going inside these ministries. The information which should not be made public was going in public. That is the thing which was raising more suspicion on the way these siphoning of a document have been happening in different ministries. So we know that 7 people have been arrested. We know that the Delhi Police crime branch have come across several names. Since yesterday, 25 people were detained and they have been questioned in detail. But at the end, the Delhi police thought that only 7 people can be arrested as per this moment. We know that several corporate individuals have been questioned, although till now, Delhi police is saying that they were questioned on their individual capacity. But what will these corporate, giants do, or corporate individuals do by taking these documents at home? They need to use it at some point of time what was the purpose
Right.
of hiring
to go
these
somewhere,
men,
and that's
including
the question.
Asaram?
Stay with us if you can. Please stay with us. We also go across to Karthike for a quick reaction here. Karthike, it's been established now that it was part of a deliberate anti-corporate espionage sweep, as we are calling it today. And this, of course, like other experts have pointed out, is just the tip of the iceberg. It has to go forward. It most probably will, because these are just small fry that we're talking about right now.
You know, it goes on to show that the government was very, very concerned that there was too many leakages. And the earlier point which I was trying to make was that it was not about one petroleum ministry. There are a number of other ministries on which leaks were taking place. So the government felt that maybe some are for genuine journalism, some is for genuine story. But then National Security Advisor in this letter says that there's it has been observed in the last few years, it has become regular practice, particularly in media, to violate secrecy laws. So somehow, he's trying to get, I think, he's taken a different position on media vis-a-vis secrecy laws. And he's talking about need to be, action need to be taken in such cases that undermine security. So it brings the government into a very sort of a opposite position vis-a-vis media's interest, because, he's talking about too much leaks happening in media, too many things happening against the government in media. So it also goes, it reflects the mood of the government also. Consequences are many, one good consequence is that the people who were trying to smuggle out information for corporate interest have been arrested. But the fact of the matter is that he also spoke about media and violating secrecy laws with impunity. That's not my word. He writes that particularly in the media, to violate secrecy laws with impunity. So it reflects the sort of position of the government also.
All right. This government, of course, always has been from the start as well saying that too much media pressure, of course, and too much media penetration really is not something the government would like in all cases, because national security in some cases is involved as well. And the letter of NSA Doal clearly really highlighting that particular bent of the government and the ruling dispensation, saying that some cases are sensitive. In some cases, the government would really prefer if the public at large really didn't know what was happening behind closed doors. So that, of course, is the Doval's letter. But what it has done really, and we'll take a quick question from Priyank Tripathi as well, who's also with us. What it has done really, Priyank, now is that it has exposed completely something that was going on for years. The BJP and the Congress, of course, are playing politics over it. But this, I believe, should be above politics. If it happened in any regime, of course, it was reprehensible. But now it has come to light. And it has also, in fact, put out in the open what people used to say in whispers, that ministries have always been porous, be it anyone. Even journalists, of course, have had access to ministries as well. But this kind of access, this kind of late hours, illegal access, shipping out information, shipping out policy matters to corporate houses, of course, has exposed a large chunk of corporate espionage that has been going on for years now. After this particular step now, Priyank, we do expect the government to take more steps, and this anti-corporate espionage sweep is by no means complete yet.
Yeah, certainly, Athar. If you look into this particular letter, it is talking about, giving out some information which shouldn't have come across in media. Certainly, media is an open channel where we don't do anything for our benefit. But think about those people who have been using it for their corporate benefit. That is a very worrying factor which has come into light after arresting of these people, that these documents related to the petroleum ministry was given to different corporates. So that makes things more clearer that what has been happening inside these ministries. Certainly all those political parties are trying to play the blame game, but what we know it from our sources that this thing was going on since 3 years. So whether by UP or NDA regime this thing was operational, that is a worrying factor for the Delhi police.
Right, Priyank, stay with us. We have some more breaking news coming in. We'll need your opinion on that as well. Documents of other ministries, NewsX has learned, were also leaked. documents of the Power and Coal Ministry also leaked. This is news just breaking right now. We've learned that it wasn't just the Petroleum Ministry that was in fact targeted by these people working on behalf of big corporate houses, but also other ministries, Power and Coal being two among them. And Priyank Tripathi is still with us on this. Priyank, all the lucrative ministries, so to say, where tenders are to be given, where of course there is public allocation, also private allocation to companies, public and private. These are the lucrative ministries the corporate houses normally target, and Power and Coal are just two among them.
Yeah, you know it, Athar. You have been a business journalist, and this is the most lucrative, what should I say, ministries, because these things affect the need of a common man. And what we know, that Crime Branch have told it to the court that not only Petroleum Ministry, but documents of Coal Ministry was also being taken out and sold by these people, and they used to work on the payroll of Saikia and Mr. Paras Jan. So that is the thing which gives a new dimension to this probe. We have been talking since yesterday that certainly there are several other ministries inside the Shastri Bhavan, and these ministries should also be under scanner by the Delhi police investigators, because they want to know that documents of which other ministries was being taken by these men. If Asaram was able to switch off CCTV camera of a particular ministry of a particular floor, then he was very much capable to switch off the CCTV camera of other floors as well. So certainly many more names yet to come out in this investigation. This is just third day of investigation by the particular floor, then he was very much capable to switch off the CCTV camera of other floors as well. So certainly many more names yet to come out in this investigation. This is just third day of investigation by the Delhi police. They will do sustained interrogation of all these poor men who have been taken into police custody by the Delhi Police Crime Branch, and then more names is yet to come out after the investigation.
All right, Priyank Tripathi there with all the details. Many thanks, Priyank, and many thanks, Karthik Sharma, also for joining us on that story. We take a short break right now, and we'll be back with more news on the other side. Don't go anywhere.